am Denis Machuel. I'm a Stop Hunger champion because as a leader, I am personally convinced that we can free the world from hunger by joining forces and using the proper means. This pandemic is the cause for the worst global recessions since World War II. Border closures, interruptions in trade, and lockdown measures have spared no one around the world, but people most in need are the most affected. Let me give you one example. According to UNICEF and our partner, the World Food Programme from the UN, the crisis has deprived 370 million vulnerable children of school meals due to school closures and lockdowns, especially girls who may never return to school. No matter the country, the number of people using food banks is growing. Hunger pandemic is looming. Hunger is on the rise again, affecting more than 800 million people, or 1 in 9 human beings in the world. Stop Hunger is anchored locally with, in non-COVID years, 100,000 volunteers mobilized around the world. For nearly 2 years, with its volunteers, its donors, and its founding partner, Sodexo, Stop Hunger has distributed more than 7 million meals. And in addition to food aid, Stop Hunger has made an exceptional donation of more than $4 million to provide immediate and effective support to 200 food banks, NGOs, and associations in the most affected countries. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our volunteers for their outstanding mobilization. They've put all their energy and creativity into transforming and reinventing the Stop Hunger Servathon, as well as so many other actions throughout the year. Well, in an emergency situation, feeding the most in need 7 days a week is absolutely vital. And that's what we've been doing since the beginning of the pandemic. Responding to this health and social emergency commits me personally as a citizen and as president of Stop Hunger. Taking action concerns all of us. And at Stop Hunger, we are convinced that hunger in the world is avoidable. We know that our planet can feed 12 billion people. However, to build a hunger-free world, food aid is not the solution. It is necessary to go beyond, to enable the people most in need to feed themselves on a daily basis and escape hunger in the long run. And for that, women empowerment is our priority, because all our studies show that women are the most effective in acting against hunger in their homes, in their villages, in their communities. And we have invested $6.5 billion over the past 5 years in 54 programs in 31 countries, giving them access to training and employment. So let me give you 3 sets of numbers which demonstrate just that. Number 1, women constitute half of the agricultural workforce in developing countries. And if women had the same access as men to productive resources, they could increase their farms' production by 20 to 30%. And this could help feed 150 million additional people. Number 2, on average, when women manage their household budget, they spend up to 90% of it on food, healthcare, and education for their families, compared with only 30% for men. Number 3, in too many countries, women leave school at an early age, but statistics show that just 2 extra years in school can bring salaries up by nearly 25%. Schooling is the first step towards future employment and educated choices. My wish is that we continue to act relentlessly to help the beneficiaries of our actions out of precariousness, enabling them to become socially and financially autonomous. For Stop Hunger, for its volunteers, 2021 has been another year of mobilization and another year to help our NGO partners and their beneficiaries. It has also been a year to innovate and find new effective means of action, mobilizing virtual events, for example. Our global servathon proves the strength and the positive impact of volunteering. It's a great example that shows our volunteers' abilities to adapt and renew actions to help the most vulnerable. I challenge us collectively. In 5 years' time, I want us to double the number of volunteers to help us support 100 million beneficiaries. Well, I would say we don't give up. We can stop hunger sustainably by going beyond food aid and empowering women. I would like, of course, to thank once again Claudine Pincemain for her achievements as Stop Hunger President over the last 8 years. Her vision and her commitment have enabled our global network to empower thousands of women in need and support more than 40 million beneficiaries. This year, Claudine handed over the reins of Stop Hunger to Mouna Fassi Daoudi. And Mouna's humanism and energy will be extremely valuable in facing the challenges that lie ahead. I'm delighted that she is now taking over the leadership of this noble cause, so deeply rooted in the DNA of Sodexo, the founding partner of Stop Hunger. Thanks to both of them, as well as to all Stop Hunger volunteers.